Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
Just to remind everybody that language usage and content that we provide here may be disturbing, disgusting, probably will be and should be. Words like bloody custard and words that rhyme with that may be featured. Actually will be featured. In fact, perhaps will only be featured. Just warning you. Yes, this show is brought to you by Wow Tables.
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Yes, we've got Sanvar and Yash representing the magnificent 7 of the hemp trade. What is the hemp trade? Believe me, it's not narcotics. It's much more noble. And they're looking for girls to enter the trade as well. But that's not going to happen.
Cyrus says we have other shows too. You should check them out.
Hi, I'm Amit Gurbaksani.
I'm Purva Mehra.
And I'm Pranuti Datta. And we're from a city website called The Daily Pow. And we have a new podcast called The Powcast. So you can listen to us on the IndusVox SoundCloud page as well as iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn.
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Well, I met a man, by the way, it's called Cyrus Says, a young man called Samyak who told me about Adopt a Village. I want to take that further. I'm going to start a new thing, a new venture. It's called Adopt a Road. I'll repeat that, Adopt a Road. This is for Mumbai, but you can take it to Delhi and talk to Kejriwal or whoever else and take it anywhere in India. I don't mind. I share this idea. This is my gift to India. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. What if like Reliance or Tata's adopts a road, like say Marine Drive in Mumbai, and then they start repairing it? I think we'll get something out of that road. Because right now the PWD that's running Mumbai at least, terrible. I'm not happy with the results. Roads are dug up all the time. Nothing ever gets better. Yesterday at 6:30 in the morning, a biker went straight into a big black box, which was in the middle of Marine Drive for some reason. I'm just a little worried. So I'm saying, let's allow the big corporates to come in. I don't care. You can call it Tata Drive or Reliance Drive or Birla Drive. Who cares? Call it whatever you want. Let them do it. They'll do a better job. And government, do what you do best, which is nothing. Cyrus says.
Cyrus says ad breaks are beneficial to your mental health.
This show is brought to you by Wow Tables. I spoke to Kunal and Deepa, the founders, about Wow Tables. Now tell us, what does it entail completely? How can we save money? We're Indians. We're not interested in anything else but how we can save money and enjoy a good meal.
So we've got curated dining experiences at some of the nicest restaurants in several cities in India now.
Okay.
And apart from the fact that we guide you into what to order and what to not, we also help you save at least 30 to 50% on that.
What are you saying? 30 to 50% on a meal?
That's right.
I'm in. Count me in. I eat a lot. You better be careful. Don't want to break the
And
box.
you get to have multiple courses.
Oh, so you can tell I eat a lot, huh? Deepa, that's very rude. It was not necessary. That was mean. Visit wowtables.com to book an experience and use the code Cyrus Says to get 500 rupees off on your first reservation. I repeat, 500 rupees off. That's 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus another 100. Yeah, that's right.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Australian version of our show. That's the only Australian accent I can do. It lasts for 4 seconds and then I say Sheila and then I give up. Yeah, I have two men laughing for no reason. Sanvar and Yash are here and they're going to share their journey with us. This sounds like a documentary made by a BBC filmmaker from the 50s about a man wearing no clothes and walking the streets of India and us actually following him, which makes us the really bad people. But Sanvar, Yash, welcome to our show. Welcome to our podcast, rather. And a quick bit about your backgrounds. I Googled Sanvar properly and he grew up in Mumbai apparently. And that's about what I've got.
Oh, that's it?
I think that's enough, man. How much do you want to promote here?
That's all
Don't blow your own trumpet, brother.
Yeah, that's all digital presence actually need. You don't need any more. Yeah.
And growing up is tough in Mumbai. People should understand what you've been through.
That's an accomplishment by itself. So yeah, good job there.
The roads to begin with and you can't even stop.
Survived.
There. What about Yash? Where did he grow up?
I grew up in Mumbai.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. We've not been fortunate enough.
You went to activity school, which is a nice South Mumbai school, not very far from my house. And how do you guys, what's the connect here before we get into what you do?
We studied together at HR college.
Nobody studies at HR. You are a liar.
Yes. That's what we're supposed to say. So,
tell the rest of the world what HR really stands for. House of?
Romance.
Mans bolna padega, right? Not man's, Mans. Yeah, what a place.
Yeah. So, well, we were at HR together. And that's
Who got more girls?
Yash by a mile.
Clearly.
Yeah,
looking
huge
at
mile.
him clearly.
Yeah, no.
Oh, come on. You got a beard, man. This will scare a few people today. So, you had the chicks, is it?
Yes, somewhat, you can say that.
Oh, nice bashful about it. First he was all cocky and all the girls.
If you're good at it, you should flaunt it, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Are you still good at it?
Yeah, quite.
Both married?
No,
not to each other. I mean,
no. Miles from that.
Miles from that. So now let's start with what you're famous for.
Yeah.
Okay, Indian agriculture, and I mean, you're South Bombay boys from HR college, and then you apparently excelled academically, did well and all that. And where did this hemp cultivation business come from? Which is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. So it's one of our co-founders. So we're 7 co-founders. All of us 7 boys from HR college who got together.
Yeah, give us a background. You were in HR college, just regular 7 HR South Bombay boys chasing girls, trying to get into the football team, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Or some of us were actually in football team.
Right. Again, Yash, you were in, he was out. Girls, football. Man, Sanvar, your story is pathetic. Give me something.
No, I can't. That's what I'm in here.
You must have been good at something before you came up with this great idea.
No, I'm here because of Yash, so I'm very grateful for that, though. Yeah.
Yash? Is this a Star Wars moment? Are you going to say, Yash, you are my father?
He's just being very modest right now.
Is he?
No, but how did we come together?
Who was in the football team? Tell the truth.
Hata Gana Parsi Hata.
Acha. Forward, ma.
Yeah, Parsi don't play defense.
He was more Agal. What was that? Parsis don't play defense. What was that for?
No, they don't.
What does that mean?
I know all the Parsis. They always go for midfield or forward because they get the goals. No, then they get the girls.
Oh, I thought there was a metaphor in there. I'm worried about what the whole community will be up at arms. What do you mean?
Or they're goalkeepers because they like keeping the balls out.
And because they don't want you to score. Got you, boys. Got you. Okay, the jokes apart, let's get to the whole idea. You're in HR.
Yeah.
And you guys just regular kids and you were going to do what? MBAs?
So basically, we were in HR and somewhere around SY BCom. So we were part of this college initiative called Project Chirag, which was a rural electrification project where we went from one village to another giving them solar electrification. So that was a social initiative that our college started.
But this was from the college's side.
This is college's side, not us. We were the founding.
Be honest, you were doing this because there are nice hot chicks going on the thing as well.
Yeah, partly. No, but our idea was to definitely impact society in some way, and most of our peers back in college wanted to start a new app or a new website, things like that. And interestingly, we came across an article that time in the Economic Times then that 60% of our workforce is in agriculture, but it contributes only to around 16% to the GDP, which didn't make any sense to us, even as a layman, not like we are economists.
And nobody has a farm background, although I've read here that Sanvar has a maternal family who had farms in Punjab back then.
Yeah.
That's correct.
That's what I would do. I would sort of like 2 lives, one summer every year in the summer, go stay with them.
So you were exposed to that side?
Yeah, that side. But then you saw the apathy there. You saw how bad.
Where in Punjab?
It's actually on the Pakistan border, to be honest.
Yeah, but not Ludhiana, because there's no poor people in Ludhiana.
Yeah, there are no poor people. Yeah.
Be honest and open here.
No, more than South Bombay, actually.
So what, Amritsar? Which area?
Actually it's called Khemkaran. It's on the Pakistan border, ahead of Amritsar.
So why he's smiling is because he's got some Pakistan territory on his farm. He just want the Pakistanis to know about it.
Well, not anymore now. Not
There
anymore.
were 2 chickens and 1 cow, which is clearly Pakistani, yaar.
Cyrus, we all need to live in Bombay, so yeah let's go. Yeah.
Okay, no cows. Only chickens. Yeah. Fair enough. So, but the good thing is, so you had some exposure to farm culture, farm life.
Yeah, exactly.
And the travails of farmers and agriculturists.
So when we were, we were back at HR, and one of our co-founders, so we're 7 co-founders, and we all knew each other in college. And
can we name them all?
Yeah, so there's Jahan, actually, who came up with the idea first. Jahan.
What's Jahan's surname?
Paston Jamas.
Paston Jamas?
Yeah,
can you be more Parsi than that? I mean, he's written it on his forehead.
But the funny part is he's Parsi, Irish, Australian, Gujarati.
That's the
He's a melting pot within himself.
He's half Parsi, half Irish. That could go really wrong. What the heck?
I don't know how that happened.
Does he wake up and drink?
No, he can't drink alcohol anymore. He's got an alcohol sort of
allergy.
I would expect that. Yeah.
By now.
So he's the only guy not invited to family functions. What kind of Parsi Irishman are you? Huh?
He was in Australia, actually, visiting his family in Australia, and he came across how big this crop is there. He thought, wait, hold on, there's cannabis, but according to him and according to all of us back then, you can only smoke it. So he came across and said, wait, good God, you can do so much more with it. You can make clothes from it, you can make sort of houses from it, so on. And he saw what Australia's doing with it. He says,
okay, you jumped a little bit here. Let's just explain to people that are listening to the podcast. Right. So he got into this hemp. Let's use the word hemp here first.
That's the crop's name. Yeah.
And for people like me, when I heard hemp and when I was told you guys were coming on the thing, we all got excited. Wow, it just sounded wrong. Hemp, I don't want We are going to talk about that. But now clarify everything.
Yeah, no, so it's very simple. It's the same plant. It's literally the same plant. The only difference is that you grow a certain variety of it. It's like, like brother-sister varieties. So you grow the same variety. The only difference is that you grow, this one is not a small, shrubby one that you find in sort of California or Amsterdam growing. This
1 minute, behind you in the studio, is that the one you're talking about?
Cyrus, this is yours.
I call him Bunty.
Smoke him every day.
No, I never do that. Not on the podcast. But go on.
Okay.
So there's another variety.
So that's industrial in nature. So the only difference is instead of what the guys say in Amsterdam or in sort of California grow, in this case, it's the other way around. And you grow a tall version of it, but you take the fibers of it. You don't take the bud, which is otherwise used to make sort of narcotics. In this case,
which you know nothing about, but yes.
Yeah, but not a clue. We take the fibers of it and we take the seeds and we make a lot of industrial products. In fact, the shirt Yash is wearing right now, this white shirt,
is made from
is hemp.
If your shirt caught fire, what would happen?
Guess.
Oh my God. Asho would take a turn. There'll be a lot more laughter.
No, so that's true. We've been asked that a lot of times because they say bhang ke kapde hain. So if you light up,
not bhangi ke kapde.
Bhang ke kapde. So the guys in the finance industry are having a bad day in the stock market. They smell the collars and they're good to go.
It was very popular with the men now as well. Yes.
Yeah, they do come and this.
So this is you actually won this and you got that marijuana sign on it as well.
So this is
a legal sign. I have no idea.
So BOHECO, the E in the BOHECO logo is exactly like this. So we're just
that's our logo. Yeah, you know how you have Tommy and Crocodile.
But it's not in some way endorsing a drug or anything.
No, definitely not.
Why not? No, but it's wrong. You should never do that. Never do that.
No, definitely. But just to explain cannabis better in a very layman's term.
That's a slap in your face.
No, Yash is the
Yash is just now that the trial is finished, let Daddy explain.
Go ahead.
No, so in a very layman's term, the difference between hemp and marijuana is the same difference that's between a wolf and a poodle. Like they're from the same family, but completely different species. So,
but you can't smoke a wolf or a poodle.
Exactly.
So, confusing. Why two people who listen to the show? They'll be like, get the dog here. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go on. So, have you used this before? This metaphor?
No, it just struck me while Sanvar.
Why wolf and poodle? You're a madman. Who thinks like that? Where did that come from? What are you on? So, there's 7 guys with 7 plants. We're going to find out who's with what.
Yeah, so exactly. So hemp is known for its industrial uses. It has over 25,000 uses, from tree-free paper to bioplastic to fabric to
bioplastic.
So Henry Ford's first car was actually made from hemp plastic. It was
way back in the.
He didn't know he was sitting on a bigger thing.
No, well, that's the point, right? So the word canvas comes from cannabis. So it's actually been
canvas.
Yeah, C-A-N-V-S comes from cannabis. It was used like Magellan and Christopher Columbus. All sailors of ships used to have the whole mast used to be from hemp fabric actually before cotton came about.
Yeah, it does look a little similar to what he's wearing.
Yeah, exactly. Even the walls in your studio right now technically could be from. We're going to come and sell it to you later.
Wow,
we'll send you an invoice.
Really nice. Yeah, we've got some other plants you can look at outside as well. Okay, before I interrupt you again, let me just quickly get the other guys' names in. So we had Jahan.
Yeah, so Jahan is
the Australian Irish Parsi fellow. Then?
Yeah. So there's Avnish. Again, all HR guys. So Avnish looks at R&D of the company. There's there's Chirag who looks at marketing and sales. There's Sumit who looks at manufacturing and supply chain, and there's Delzad who looks like farming and accounting.
Yes, lots of Bawas in this
so
show.
We have 2 Parsis, 3 Gujarati.
And you're an honorary Parsi. You go everywhere.
Yeah, he's the one that converted first.
I'm Parsi because I'm mad.
Yeah, you're Parsi because you like Parsi girls. You're trying to get on the Apro app. I know what you're up to. But let's get an idea of the fact that 7 of you all were in college together. You were friends, obviously. Yeah. And you all decided to do this. But the idea about the whole hemp and the cannabis knowledge all came from you?
No, Jahan.
So in case this is a legal issue, you're very clear here on this podcast. Please talk to Jahan. You guys are just following his lead.
Yes, actually. So Jahan and Avnish first spoke about it, and then they built the team together, and that's when they got all of us involved. And then we've been in this now about 5 years.
I've written a song about Jahan. Can I share it with you?
Please go for it.
Give me G, please. Jan, Jani, Janardan, pararam pum 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 pum. At which point 2 young men have left the studio completely disgusted with my repertoire of Amitabh Bachchan songs from the 80s, which no one should ever have to listen to again. We have a guy in the studio called Vash. Vash is the only one who's relating to it and going, he's actually in the bunker outside. Alright, we digress. Let's get back. So again, to understand young boys getting into this whole thing, you were confident that the hemp idea will escalate into all these different things?
No, so our idea was agriculture was the end. Hemp is the means to get there, in the sense that we needed one sustainable solution that can, replace your tree-free wood. And our idea was that the farmer does not really need to depend on the society, at least for roti, kapda, makan. They can grow their own roti, kapda, makan.
Yeah, let's not forget the social angle here.
That's the point.
That's the whole idea.
Point of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Go on.
So our idea was, when we started actually looking for a tool for development, we came across hemp, and we realized the economic potential that it really comes with. And it's not just about coming out with ecological products, but it's also the return that the farmer gets. If you read the newspapers right now, all the farmers, there are a lot of farmers committing suicide.
I have the hemp news with me. I'll just open it to page 7. Oh, 1 second. That's Sunny Leone again. 8.
That's an advertisement.
Saina Nehwal selling gas. I don't know if you heard that on the radio. It's ridiculous. All right. So again, I've been interrupting you. So you got, just quickly go through all the things that you do with the hemp, all right? Because there's about 5-6 things that are written down here.
No, so there's a bunch of things that we're doing right now, a bunch of things we're selling right now, and a bunch of things we're working on. So right now what we do sell is we have a good collection of fabrics, yarns and fabrics and textiles.
Like what he's wearing.
Yeah, what he's wearing. So that's linen. We've got linen shirts, we've got denim pants, we've got yoga mats, yoga
Great
pants.
for parties.
Great for parties,
Great for cocktail conversation, man. What are you wearing? Hemp. A guy will react like how I will. Wow, hemp. Yeah.
Exactly. Picking up from that, gone are the days when people want to wear a t-shirt with a Bob Marley smoking a doob. Something.
Done to death.
Now people want to really wear cannabis, and it is actually a conversation starter. We know of people who just wear the I Love Hemp badge and they walk around in these lost parties and
with no
different
pants.
parties.
And you light up something else and then they are ashamed. So it's replaced. It's a new cool, is it? It's replaced those Mali shirts and all those.
Exactly, and that's our attempt. Our attempt is to make it the new cool.
No, but so it's simultaneously, even as a product, it's actually far better in technical terms than even what you get in cotton or linen. So I'll give you an example. If you wear a linen shirt and you sort of it crumples through the day, right? And then those creases are very hard to get away unless you iron it again. But that's one of the biggest drawbacks of linen. So what you get with now cannabis-based hemp-based linen is it's got the look and feel of linen, but it's got the texture and the qualities of cotton.
So his shirt will not crease.
No, it doesn't. No, you can try it as much as you want right now.
I will not do that. But I'm just thinking of the person listening to our conversation. 3 men. I'll call myself youngish. 3 men discussing creasing in their shirts. I mean, what's happened to society? Really?
Yeah, but these are needs of society. These
are the needs.
And these are good. Sort of.
So he basically has a one outfit for the day from morning to night. Literally, if he has to, supposing you were out of town or whatever, you can go to a club. Post your thing with the same shirt on and still look like you've sort of worn the shirt.
And you've got a conversation started through the day and through the night.
But do you use the word cannabis when you...
no, hemp.
So what is the politically correct...
Hemp.
In the industry, what do you use?
So here's the thing, right? So the word cannabis now can be used in one of 3 ways. There's medical cannabis, there's industrial, and there's recreational. So just to give you an
medical cannabis, if you're drug pushers, legal. And what's the third one?
Recreational. So see, that's what Amsterdam has, right? In a way, if you're Uruguay, maybe now you've heard. So that's where you can...
Couple of states in the US as well.
Exactly. Colorado.
You've done your homework when it comes to all this.
We're supposed to know, right? Yeah.
I see your travel situation is very clear. Straight. Mumbai, Brussels, not Brussels.
Amsterdam.
Rotterdam. Rotterdam is good. So, have you been, guys?
Yes, actually, yeah.
No, not me.
Is it true about the women at the windowsills?
Sorry, I have no idea.
Yash, what are you doing, man?
I need to read.
No, he's a Godrej Bagh all the time, so he doesn't need to.
You gotta get out of Godrej Bagh. There's more in the world than Godrej Bagh. Move.
But
so in your trails and travels and learning and researching, you did go to all these places where it's legal?
Well, in the past, yes. It's a job.
The word cannabis, it's not something you use when you talk about the materials that
not us. Because see, so that's as I was trying to explain. There's 3 ways you can use cannabis. That's what it's recreational, there's medicinal, and industrial. We've been focusing on industrial. We might just do a bit of.
So we call it hemp. What do we call it? What do we call the stuff you do?
Hemp.
Okay.
Industrial hemp.
That's what the company is called, Bombay Hemp Company.
So, to be honest, just to add a flavor to that, so if we speak to a farmer, for example, we can't tell him bhang ugana hai. So we've coined, in fact, our own term for it.
What do Indians say? What do lower income Indians say?
So we've coined a word for it. Yeah, for bhang, and we've coined a word
separate. That's
what. So we've coined a term that says audyogik bhang, which is industrial hemp, the literal translation in Hindi.
You need to have some bhang if you say that word correctly. What kind of Parsi are you saying all these words very fluently?
That's what, I'm not a Parsi.
Switched again. So let me understand, in our vernaculars, we don't have words for these different drugs.
No, so as per Ayurveda, there are different terms like this, Vidya, and there's different...
Vijaya is a girl I dated in HR. Well before your time. 1 second. What does Jahan look like?
No, so that's him. There are these little signs all over the desk saying Cyrus loves Vidya. That's him.
It's not Cyrus loves Jahan. No? What about that? Yeah. Sorry. So, so we were talking, the word hemp is what the so-called industry uses.
Yeah.
How big is it in the West at the moment?
Oh, it's huge. There are like body shop sells it, Adidas, Puma do it, BMW and Mercedes have all their dashboards and door panels, they use bioplastics from hemp. So it's pretty big globally.
Sorry, I interrupted you there. So there were, let's look at the things that you're coming out with. Hempcrete for building purposes?
Yeah, so that's one of the most innovative products that we're coming out with. So right now in the market we have only fabrics and food products up for sale, but Hempcrete is a product very dear to us. So just to give you a quick background about Hempcrete is another lightweight building material, just like how concrete is. So hence Hempcrete. The beauty about Hempcrete is it takes in carbon dioxide from the air. So per cubic meter of Hempcrete takes in 110 kgs of carbon dioxide. So abhi diwalo ke khali kaan nahi hai.
And then what, you die of poisonous gases?
No. So here's the point, right? So the good part of cannabis that no one talks about is that it's a great plant for the environment. Just on the side. It is.
So it's a pet poodle, pet wolf, you keep the pet wolf. So going back to your metaphor.
Well, yes, actually. Yeah. You grow even if you don't want to sort of misuse it, if you may, you can grow the plant to soak in a lot of carbon from the environment. And that's good. So then once the plant is grown, in 3 months it grows from nothing to sort of 10 feet tall. You take the part of the plant and chip it up into small chives and you put it into a brick or into the wall. And then that keeps reacting and your walls actually get stronger over a period of time, which is why they're using hempcrete in a lot of wineries and breweries all over Europe. They grow the hemp on the same plot and then they make the houses from the same
Is it
plant.
competitive with concrete in cost?
Not right now. It's only about 8 to 10% more dearer. But the point being, what our solution is that you grow this. You on the same plot of land, you want to build a house. Cyrus wants to build a house.
So the raw material is
from the land.
on
the same piece of land and chop it up and then put it into your own walls.
In another word, not just the raw material. You have 3 or 4 uses for this product.
Yeah.
So it's self-sustaining for a whole village.
Yeah, you can even do a Sunday evening party with some of the other byproducts.
And you won't even know when it's Monday morning. All right, I think we have to take a quick break. We'll come back. Lots more. We'll talk about products, etc. But also, am I right that Sanvar, you're doing a PhD?
Yeah.
At the same time?
Yeah.
On the same topic?
Yes.
You can't get enough of hemp, is it?
Well, might as well, right? Dr. Cannabis.
Yeah. And my days it was more about HUMP. Now it's HEMP. How the world is turned. We'll take a break, then we'll come back. Hump, by the way, is nothing dirty. It's just what happens to you as you age.
Or what camels have.
Cyrus says, stop picking your nose, listen to this ad. Made in India is India's first indie music podcast hosted by May Thomas. You can find it on indusvox.com or subscribe to it on your favorite podcasting app. And that's what Cyrus says.
All right, Yash and Sanvar. Is that the right pronunciation?
No, Sanvar, yeah.
Sanvar, not like the school.
No.
Okay. Sanvar, just a little bit about this PhD and a little bit about Deloitte. You were there and you gave up a job. What was that story?
Yeah, well, all of us were actually. So Yash, all of us.
What is Yash doing?
I was working with Group M. I was
Group
a media
M
planner
in Western Hotel.
Yeah, that's correct.
You went every day there.
Yeah, that's correct.
Where do you stay?
South Bombay.
You're mental. Thank God you quit. I have lots of friends in Group M. They promise me things and never deliver. Is that what you did as well?
Exactly. That's why I didn't quit. I was thrown out.
You're not getting any advertising from Group M now.
Yeah, you digress to Group N. We don't yet. We will now, actually. Sanvar, so you were in Deloitte.
Yeah.
And then you saw the darkness after Deloitte.
No, so in fact, Avnish, 2 of us are from Deloitte. So Avnish was talking to Jahan, who was about the idea for many years, even before us. Came and so we were in Hyderabad together for about 6 months. And what really do you do in Hyderabad in 6 months? Every weekend. So we started talking a lot more.
Hi. Having no friends left across India? That's a market too. Huh?
No, so we started speaking about it, and we both quit our jobs at Deloitte and got into this. It was a pretty tough thing because you go from a really good, sexy corporate job to starting an agri company together without any.
Which is so not like a South Mumbai sort of chop. I'm quite impressed.
But there's a compelling farming reason for it, right? Someone has to look at agri. Everyone's looking at tech, but who's looking at the farming?
Oh, you're looking at agri from a tech point of view. What does BOHECO stand for exactly?
It's the Bombay Hemp Company.
The Bombay Hemp Company. Now, you know that it's known as Mumbai and there'll be right-wing activists outside your door. But you grow plants that will come around.
Yeah,
have a sniff, yaar. Sit down, let's discuss it. Kya baat hai? This name, that name. All right, let's go back now to all the different things that you plan to do and are doing simultaneously. Because people should know this is like a big movement that you've started. It's not like just one hemp shirt, which is cool for chicks to talk about at a party in one of the fancy hotels. You've got hempcrete for buildings. We went through that. Hemp flowers can be used in biscuits and cookies. Now, is this the same one?
Yeah, that's what Yash actually leads in the company.
Oh.
So that's correct. So hemp has the completely nutritional wing. Which
So you're in charge of the Limp Biscuits, is it? Sanvar and Cyrus exchange. Fine. Yash pretends to be okay.
No, he does all the product testing also.
Oh God, really?
It's the
Where
best
do you
job.
put the biscuits? And where do you put the cookies? Yeah. Come on, take us through it. So seeds are a good source of protein apparently. And
Yeah, that's correct. So seeds are a good source of protein and omegas. In fact, hemp comes in the category of superfoods. So for example, your chia seeds or your flax seeds. Hemp is chia seeds on steroids, to be like to keep it to put
Flax
it
seeds?
Yeah, flax seeds, your alsi seeds,
far
which
better-
is
far
high in
better than
omega,
that, yeah.
which are high in omega 3/6. So this is a superfood that comes with protein as well as omegas, whereas you don't. There's no food like this. In fact, even Christopher Columbus, when he went on his voyages, he used to
You were
carry
there.
hemp seeds. No,
You were with
legend
him.
has it.
Legend has it?
Yeah.
He carried hemp seeds
Yeah,
for
for consumption.
Vitality.
In case of shipwreck or something like that, the people on the ship can consume that.
and it's a pure protein.
Oh, it's yes, exactly.
Yeah, so-
it's 50% plant-based.
Yeah, so
protein.
it's same weight amount. It has hemp has more protein than even egg.
Yeah, that's correct.
And a lot of vegetarians who can't have fish liver oil, which is very good. Hemp is one of the best sources for that as well.
So you're going to, this whole line of edibles is going to come out of...
Yeah, we already have some hemp foods. We just keep running out of stock. In fact, we're in a funny business, demand is more than supply kind of approach.
Really?
Yeah, that's correct.
so we're trying to solve that problem constantly.
And where are you working out of? Where the...
Lower
Sunway
Parel.
compound.
Lower Parel, okay.
Yeah.
The company is ready with its hemp food products but is awaiting government approval. What be that?
No, so this is compliance basically. So hemp as a product is coming down to India for the first time. It's a
Right.
novel product. So in order for a product to be approved for the first time, it needs to go through its set of compliances.
Okay.
So that's why it's going under.
And so
right
far
now.
nobody's asked you the questions we are asking you about the misguided ideas about
so
the name.
to be
and all.
honest, that's why our company's mission and motto is educate, cultivate, elevate. Educate's the first step because people just don't need to learn about it, but they need to unlearn about it. You know, the stigma.
And they will get over the awkward smiles and the
Exactly, and the winks
nudge, nudge,
and-
wink, wink.
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah,
badi
yeah.
baat hai. Well done, beta.
Exactly.
Agriculture, huh?
And you need to get all cannabis jokes out once and for all.
And you got to, all the farmers who are smiling aren't your friends. Although you hope they will be. So let's get back to the social idea here. So how does the give and take happen now? You guys are in charge of the business end?
Yeah. Well, yes, we're in charge of everything. So, but here, the social element is this: that farmers, say you're a sugarcane farmer, or you grow sort of wheat or anything else in India. The way our economic model, and this might be really big words for right now.
No,
but yeah.
please.
So the way,
For us to get a sponsor, we need to show them that we're doing nice work. I can't play them cannabis. Cannabis is not just drugs.
oh yeah, well, we could get some sponsors for you for that anyway.
Not from South America.
Well, Amsterdam maybe.
By the way, is El Chapo part of your network? No, don't answer that. Move on.
So this.
So the role the farmers
Yeah,
play vis-a-vis you.
so the problem we identified and what really got us to quit our jobs and get into this is currently the way the economic model is structured. The farmers are really pushed down. For say sugarcane farming.
Who owns the product?
That's the point. That companies own the last guys who processes anything in sugarcane or anything else. The company makes a lot of money and they barely give anything to the
So
farmers.
the sugarcane, the land is owned by the
Farmers.
entrepreneur?
Yeah.
No, by the farmers.
But farmers own their land. They take the seeds. They grow the crop.
And the profit is what?
And then they give it to the mill, and the mill takes the sugarcane and makes it into these things.
So
and then when the money is to come back, out of say every 100 rupees, 92 is kept by the mill and 8 goes to the
What
farmer.
are you saying?
Because they
So
think,
he owns the raw material, he does the labor,
Yeah.
he makes the product.
Yeah,
he
I
just
think-
passes it on after that.
yeah, but
and he
I'll
gets
tell-
$8 on the 100.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because in their opinion, the mill's opinion, they say that converting seed to crop and all the stuff that it takes in the middle is not really that much value addition compared to what we do. You give me sugarcane, I put it through my machine and make sort of paper and bagasse
And
all
I
bunch
reach
of
the
things.
consumer.
And I reach the consumer. That's why I should get paid 92 and those guys should be 8.
But 90 to 8 is a bit, if it's 70 to 28 also it's
I would
something.
understand, yeah.
90 to 8 is...
That's what we're trying to solve, because hemp is a very, very, very profitable crop to grow.
Right.
Extremely. And by doing that, you suddenly significantly increase your per acre revenue, and then that way the farmers can get rich. Point is to make agriculture sexy.
No, I'm already turned on. I'm taking my pants off. Haven't you noticed?
Cyrus. Wait.
Does it do nothing for you boys? Have a look at my plant again, says he. No, I'm kidding. So the farmers now, let's look at it, the way you all are doing it. But I'm just trying to establish there's a social justification involved here. So now they will grow the product for you?
Okay, so the whole idea is we buy. It's 100% buyback. The farmer does not really have to look for a new market. The market is already ready.
Right.
So we give them the seed. that we've researched, which is low in its narcotic value and it's high in its
industrial value.
Exactly. We give them the seed, they grow the crop over a period.
We teach them how to grow it.
Exactly. And what we also do on the side was...
Why do you have to teach them how to grow it?
No, because here's the thing. So far, predominantly North India, a lot of bhang grows in the wild anyway. Here's just another sort of side fact. Cannabis, before anywhere else on the planet, cannabis comes from Central Asia. Like way back, thousands of years ago. So it is a native...
They stole our plants?
Yeah, exactly. And see what they did with it and see what we're doing with it.
Back in the day, Timur and gang were, I got my own stock here. I just ransack Delhi and come back. Beta, keep the fire burning.
It's a bigger theft than the Kohinoor era. In our eyes.
Yeah. I'm not so fond of the Kohinoor. And what are you going to do with that? Rub the diamond? What's the point? Oh, sorry. Go on. Don't digress. Get back to them. So you train them because...
Yeah, so you help... So yeah, that's the point. That so far it grows in the wild. No one has ever... The point being that it's a natural resource of our country. Like cannabis, even bamboo, a whole bunch of things we're gifted. India is gifted by a God-given great biodiversity. What on earth are we doing with it? So they grow. It grows in the forest by itself. No one has ever planned on like in an acre planting it in columns and rows and growing in that kind of approach. So that's what we need to help them with, and that's what we've been doing. And we have a not-for-profit for that. It's called the Thulya Krishi Foundation. So we help them.
Man, if he speaks any faster, I think he'll be on. The narcotics officers will come to our studio. Yeah.
Well, they can actually. We're very close to them. Though.
No, but clearly you're passionate about the subject. Go on. Again, I interrupt.
Yeah. So you help them grow the crop, and then you help them even semi-process.
By help, as in one of you guys is to stick around.
All the time. We love. In fact, him being in Bombay,
you sort of almost like a marker at a squash court or something.
Like like how Marico did it with their sunflower oil. They did the exact same thing that we're doing with hemp.
Okay.
Yeah. So you teach them how to grow and also teach them how to process it.
Partly, so who goes out of the seven? The Magnificent Seven?
Delzad actually.
Delzad. He's probably the guy who's least liked in the group. Let's be honest. He's one of the most loved, to be honest. You sent him straight. Now you stay with farmers for 4 years. but we'll share the money with you. And we'll call you from New York when we're having fun.
Well, that's actually what is. Yeah, he loves farming. He loves being there. He's from Danu again. So
he's from Danu.
Yeah. Well, his surname is Devlaliwala also. So he's from the hardcore farming background. Right. So he loves being in the hills and staying there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so he's the one who's basically acting like the Adhyapak and guiding light.
That's correct.
If you might say that. Yeah. And now may I ask this question? So what is the remuneration, just in pure layman's terms?
Of who?
For the farmer vis-a-vis the entrepreneur?
So today they make about 2.5, 3 times what they would make otherwise. And here's the beauty of it all. They don't have to cut down on any other crop they grow. The only point is that in the winter or in summer, or basically in the monsoon time, when they would leave sort of their land barren for 3 months, we're using the time when they leave the land barren anyway to grow hemp in that barren time. Because...
so it's a side business.
Yeah, it is. But the side business gives them 2 times what their primary
main business gives them.
But point being that we've learned from a lot of agri examples in the past, like in Kerala, where they rubber's primary, but when vanilla came in, they started cutting down on rubber, but that's not a good thing because you still need rubber kind of approach. You still need wheat, you still need dal and rice, you still need that. You can't eat hemp.
Are you basing the business model on something in the West that you've seen?
No, we're basing it, learning from how they do hemp there, but no one does hemp the way we do it. We're probably the world's first.
We are the best hempers in the world, and that is why we have 1 billion people. I've been saying this from the rooftops. Best hempers, Indians.
So yeah, exactly, and you can see that.
Whether you like it or not.
Well, you can't deny it. So,
so you're saying that he's well looked after under your scheme?
The farmer?
Yeah,
that's the point. Right? The point is to prevent suicides from happening. That's very, very critical for us. Because you tell me, Cyrus, Shakespeare called farmers the noblest people on the planet back in the day. He said that they're the givers, they're the providers. So what on earth are we doing? How are we okay in a society where farmers are killing themselves? They're the one people who you should care for the most, technically. Right?
And honestly, what we gave back to them was the worst rhyme in the world. Old MacDonald had a farm, which applies in Jahan's case because he's Irish. Something. Am I right? I'm trying to we've made ethnic humor into, we've only got it accurate, but we've gone into that space. Yeah, alright. No, let's let the whole idea here is that BOHECO is very much not just I think the whole idea about New India and talking about this is the vibrancy of making money. You have to make money.
But the right color of money.
Yeah, no, the entrepreneur can't come here and just say he's an NGO. I mean, that's great, correct, but it's got to be more than that. Make money for everyone.
Am I right? Isn't that's exactly
what we're trying.
What I would otherwise call equitable distribution of wealth.
Fred I. Kent had that thing with they forced us to learn when I was in college. I think by the time your HR, you passed out in which year?
2011.
Okay, stop answering the question. No, don't answer that question. 2000 and something. I have kids by 2000 and something. Yeah. All right.
Kids are our age, right? Yeah.
My kids are your friends. That's right. The cheapest, I don't know, but your birthday party was from my family. 11 rupees and carry on the good work with the hemp. All right. I'm sorry, but we didn't complete everything that's there in the hemp program.
Yeah.
So we have hempcrete, which you're saying is actually almost competitive now with concrete, and so that's potentially a very big market. You've got the hemp fabric, obviously that was the driving force, and you've got the hemp food. Is there anything else?
Yeah, so those are what we have right now, what we're selling, but we're very excited. We're doing a lot of research where we've just finished doing a bit of initial research on, this might sound really odd, but...
Believe me, the whole show is odd. It's on hemp. It's on cannabis. For a little while, people were thinking we're just trying to make fun. Now, slowly, I think we've figured out that, there is a path.
There's a little bit of seriousness there.
Industrial hemp, which is real.
There you go, yeah.
Once the money starts rolling in, I think they'll understand better. Sorry, what is odd?
No, so what we started doing initial research towards, and that's just not us. There's about 2 or 3 more companies in the world doing this, but doing research into hemp becoming batteries for Apple and Tesla and a whole bunch of those the futuristic batteries that are not even what you and I currently use.
So there's no end to this hemp.
No, here's the point, Cyrus. At the base of it all, very few plants on the planet absorb more carbon than a hemp plant. And once that carbon is in the plant, you can take the carbon, we can extract it and make it into a bunch of interesting things. The shoots are so good, they're durable, 8 times more durable.
They make Yash look attractive.
They make Yash look attractive. That's the point, right? So instead of having Varun Dhawan putting carbon in his skin, just wear carbon clothes.
Varun Dhawan doesn't get it, man. Really.
You don't need activated charcoal on your face.
Hey, Yash, you can tell he's doing a PhD, na? You and I can leave now.
Yeah,
he's just keep talking.
And
hemp did this and hemp did that. And Shakespeare's dad told me that hemp did that. All right. But before we wrap up, a little bit more about your personal lives. Because I think we've talked a lot about this BOHECO and it's lovely what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting because people should know that hemp was out there. Till I met you, had no idea there was anything beyond the thing that you smoke.
Exactly.
Or not I, but people smoke.
Yeah.
Not you, but other people.
We've heard of
not
people.
us, but Jahan and his friends in Australia.
That can happen.
Yeah, we have no idea what munchies
Those
are.
cultures. Yeah, munchies. What the hell is munchies? Yeah.
The dog's name.
Pet name. Yeah, dog's name. That's it. Poodle.
We actually have
Not the wolf. Understand.
We actually have a dog named that though.
You do?
Yeah.
You called your... What are your dog's names? There's a cocaine, there's a LSD.
No, there's Munchies, Roach and Rizla.
Roach?
Yeah, Roach.
As in cockroach?
No, Roach.
Okay. All right.
But those are just in the building.
Why do 7 men share 3 dogs?
No, those are in the building. In Sunmill compound, they're just down. So we happen to name them. So they do respond.
Listen, we are all dog lovers here. Dude, please, don't say anything bad about dogs.
We've seen you at Oval Maidan.
That's my job. That's where I grow my hair. By the way, what part of India do you grow this seed? Where does it grow?
Northern India.
Somewhere north. Yeah.
The north. Okay. So you actually use your own farms?
No, that's the point. No, farmers use their own land and they grow it themselves.
Okay. But you personally are not using your farms?
No.
No.
Oh, but he hesitated.
No, it's just for
side business, which is in Pakistan. I'm telling you, these Punjabis, should be very careful. Uske hai kuch setting. He's already got something going on in Karachi. He's huge. Big name. Rawalpindi mines. All owned by him. You'll see Sanvar's name everywhere. Pakistan no longer is owned by Pakistanis. Alright, before we wrap up, a little bit about yourself, boys. Unfortunately, the other 5 aren't here. So I'll tell you what, instead of you telling me about you and you about you, let's switch. Yash, tell us everything about Sanvar, the man, the myth, the legend.
Everything's come out about Sanvar. Yeah, he is into economics, he's into finance, he's a ladies' man. He showed it the other way around, but I've been quiet about it. He's quite a ladies' man.
He's the Chupa Rustam, the lady killer on the side, who doesn't talk much.
Yeah, you should see his Tinder
Mom,
chats.
one thing, Mom, if you're listening to this, don't hear that.
No, that's okay. As long as you get married to the right girl, you don't say anything.
Mom will be proud right now.
Yeah.
But so
what's he like at work?
He's the man that everyone fears. To be very honest,
alpha.
he's usually plugged in. Yeah, he's the bully.
Yeah.
He's usually plugged in and he's just in his zone. And if he's disturbed, he's just like.
Does he ever talk about anything other than hemp? Do you notice how excited he gets?
Yeah,
it's like how I get about porn.
Yeah.
Why? Honestly, you and I we were discussing sex and stuff. We had that same look, but he's just really excited about hemp.
Hemp, yeah, that's his sex.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, but wine doesn't make agri sexy, right?
So when you're with your girlfriend, what do? Let's hemp.
No, but speaking of bioplastic, someone told us about hemp condoms though. Yeah, and hemp.
Will you boys stop it?
Toys.
You're destroying a lot of industry.
Yeah, we shouldn't. Yeah, something's
so
in Canada.
Does it work?
So
the Canadians are so underpopulated, it must be working.
No, primarily they use the oil as a lubricant on the corn. It's not like the corn is made of it.
The fabric is still plasticky, whatever it is.
It's rubber.
What do I know? I don't use that stuff. I just use my imagination.
And also one thing about Sanvar, he's a vegetarian Sardar, so we don't don't trust him.
That just happened.
I have a lot of Punjabi friends with the same anomaly. People don't understand. A lot of Punjab is veg, and if you drive through the Punjab as I have done for shows, there are plenty of dhabas which are only veg. So all this non-veg is all nonsense. The only non-veg culture is Parsis, start to finish, and maybe Northeast, from what I understand. Okay, good points about him.
Some good points about him. Very nice guy to hang around with.
That sounds pathetic. This sounds like his lover. Anything else? Give us something else. What's his? He's a dynamic man. Give me a couple of qualities.
So he's a man.
If you had to marry him, why would you marry him?
Well, I'd think twice first.
Thank you, Yash.
Then you'd have to go back to hemp and figure out which plant you need.
No, he plays the PlayStation really well.
He plays the PlayStation?
Yeah.
So, not like a 9-time national champion in badminton. Freaking PlayStation player.
No, so I'll tell you about Yash.
You tell us about Yash.
So there are two comedians in office, though. There's Jahan and there's Yash. So you're always, you're in for a laughter when they're there. In fact, Cyrus, we'd love to host you in the evenings, though, in office.
After 7.
So after work is done.
After 7,
Grandma doesn't compromise on work. Dadima, we get it.
So we could have some focus group product.
No, I like the way he said evening. Like, don't f*** up my day, man. I'll finish my work, I'll sell hemp, and then you come in and laugh for half an hour.
No. So we can do some more hemp testing with you.
There you go, right. I live at Hemp's Corner, just nearby. Go on.
So
Yash.
they're the comedians. They make sure that we're always having a good laugh. Yash also handles the PR of the company. So he's the one who's always being booed by all these sort of different PR agencies trying to get the articles going. And one of the best things to marry Yash is he's a really, really good football player. And that's why people confuse him to be Parsi actually. Because he's really...
Yeah, it's a huge... Now the next generation of Parsi is full football.
Yeah.
Please tell me you're not Manchester United.
We hardcore.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's him, yeah.
What about you? Are you a Man U supporter?
No, I'm a Arsenal guy.
Oh God, he hates the two teams my son hates. I should not have you on the podcast.
What is he's a Liverpool guy.
If Liverpool doesn't win, then he wants these two to lose. That's the other way he watches the game. He hates Man U because everybody in school likes these two and Chelsea.
Yeah,
these two, right? And Liverpool is now forgotten glory. Let's face it. So he and his one girl in the 10th standard who's much older than him. They're like two Liverpool supporters. That's it. Anyway,
I think they're the only two.
Yeah. No, so he's a football lover then.
Yeah. So he's exceptionally good at it though. He's hurt his ankle for a year now, so that's pretty bad. But he's particularly good at it, and that's what we do. So all of us
he's
in
hurt
office,
his ankle and mistreated his auntie. He's been
so all of us in office play football together, or we play poker.
That's PlayStation, man.
No, we play either.
In those matches, my son's Liverpool wins.
Those are the only matches where Liverpool wins, though. But
I love PlayStation. India can win at cricket. Everything's fine.
No, we play poker a bit in office as well.
Poker. Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Too much hemp. I thought this office is raising the bar. Yeah.
No, so so there's a good bunch of stuff that we do.
So how do you guys fight and all that? I mean, 7 guys who've grown up together. You get in each other's hair.
Yeah, we're
normally there's a hierarchy, but you'll have 7 friends, so they'll be like
and 7 alphas. You know, 7 alphas sitting in a 100
You're not scared of each other. You're 7 friends, so it's probably
definitely
democracy at its worst.
Yeah, no, but it's pretty good, right? Because it's never come to blows, but we have some really heated arguments. But maybe that's why being in the hemp business actually helps. It has a certain...
You keep that extra plant for the bad moments.
Guys, calm down. We need to soothe down.
Let's all go to the plant room.
So but that's good, right? That's the point of having 7 co-founders. It gets a lot more conversation going, and we move in so many more directions that we can't even cover.
Do you ever think of having a girl as a partner?
Yeah. So now we're going to be... So
dress up Dilshad at night and do lipstick and stuff.
So the problem was that the office we're currently in can't have a girl because it doesn't have facilities
for toilet.
Yeah,
the toilet.
Unfortunately, so that's why we're now moving into a new office so that we can have more women work.
More women work, not partner. Hear the North Indian male talk, yeah. Hear him talk.
Work with us, not for us.
Yeah. Who cares as long as the money comes rolling in and the farmers get something out of it.
So far we've been called the 7 BOHECOs. That's what the people call us. They actually call us.
Excuse my French. What the hell are you talking about? Who called you that?
No, so we had actually gone for a seminar and people.
Someone introduced us as that. So
Did you like a mistake? That's hilarious. Huh?
No, it was a little fun evening. So then
fun
they just
evening,
did it that way,
exactly.
Yeah, that's like when I had to do London Blockley for my first show. I just couldn't say it. I was like, why? This is not right. It may be okay in Sweden, but here in India, Sanskriti. Anyway, guys, listen, you've been wonderful. It's great to know of your dynamic spirit and the way you've moved your life forward. 18-year-old boys, and today, how old are you? 21?
25.
25 and millionaires already with tax claims and people suing you left, right and center. I mean, so much has happened in so little time. Just two things I want to say. More power to your Hemp and BOHECO, and Man United sucks and Arsenal should die.
Oh, Cyrus, come on. Yeah.
Arsenal, really?
Are you serious?
No, so they had a bit of luck this season.
This season,
luck, don't blame luck.
Come on, luck. Aston Villa's the one that needs help. We'll come back with the AMAs where we ask you anything and you try and reply.
Cyrus says, ask me anything. If you want Cyrus to answer your questions on air, send an email to whatcyrussays@gmail.com. If you send us a link to a sound file on SoundCloud, we'll even play you asking the question in your own voice. And that's what Cyrus says.
We're with the brothers Sanvar and Yash, part of the Magnificent Seven, growing hemp. That's my dialogue delivery style. For the AMAs, Amit Doshi, welcome to the wonderful podcast.
So this is a question that we saved especially because you guys were coming. We figured that, it would be kind of thematic. What's your favorite form of munchies?
Oh,
gummy bears.
What's with the puns and the double meaning, man? For you guys, it never stops.
Never stops.
Because every time a new guy comes into the equation, you behave like I am or Amit is. It's a new toy and you keep saying awkward things.
Yeah. We will list the cannabis jokes that just don't stop.
Yeah,
some of them are gold. We could actually sell a cannabis joke.
Give me one.
No, so we were in we were in Goa for a selling hemp crate actually to someone. We were in a damn bloody serious meeting after lunch. Everyone's tired, groggy, and someone comes and the son of the guy who wants to redevelop his plot and make a really good looking house, budget is not a problem, suddenly actually asks this question, saying, hold on, if there's cannabis in the walls and the house catches on fire, what happens then? And his dad said, wait, hold on, if the house catches fire and it's on cannabis, at least we'll be happy. We won't be upset with the house. It's actually happening in a serious meeting.
The father said it.
The father said it. And the other one that it never goes away is, there's a restaurant, a friend of ours, and we was giving him some hemp proteins and he was making some stuff with it. He says, dude, it took McDonald's like 10 years to reach like 1 million served or 10 million served or something. He says, if you and I collaborate, you just open your shop outside my shop, we reach 1 million served in a week. But those don't stop, yeah.
Sorry, what was the question?
No, the question was, what is your favorite form of munchies? What's your favorite form
But
of
you
munchies?
didn't answer that.
Huh? He answered gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears. And you?
Mine's really weird. I have those yellow banana wafers you get.
Yeah, I love those.
Right.
Those are gold.
What's
You
yours?
don't like yellow banana wafers?
Yeah, of course.
Those are the things that they're like Pringles. So you eat them, you don't stop eating. It's salt-inducing, loving food. Mine is masala chana. I love masala. Anything masala I like.
Okay.
Well, not anything masala, but small little things. Like chana, peanuts, chips.
Yeah,
With you?
I don't know. I mean, like my favorite munchie, probably like mango ice cream.
I thought you were going to go really bad. Mango ice cream, that's so cool, right, guys?
Yeah. Ice cream, dude. Mango ice cream just tastes really, really good.
Mango ice cream.
Mango
Kulfi
ice
maybe.
cream.
Strawberry when it's
Dude.
fresh, but mango is...
I have recently rediscovered
ice cream with mango.
No, I've recently rediscovered that mango ice cream taste. And it is, that the one next to our house, that Apsara place,
Yeah.
they make mango ice cream. It's like
Even you're there, yeah.
ridiculous.
We're all Malba Hill, we're all struggling.
Yeah.
What do you think this is?
No, but I'll just tell you, this is a really, again, the hemp guy talking about hemp. Mango is one of the best things to alleviate the taste of cannabis.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. It's like
So mango bite.
With cannabis.
Yeah.
Good to know. When I'm in a corner...
Whoever needs to know that, we don't need to know that.
When I'm in a corner in a New York street and a man approaches me of a certain ethnicity, and I'm going to say, do you have a mango handy? Bloody Indians.
All right. So the second question we have is for you. What are you personally doing to repopulate the Parsi community?
Brother, my side there's no problem with I volunteer all the time. It's they who say no. Please understand that there are two people involved when you meet. Otherwise, it's called something else. So it doesn't work that way. I'm always ready. My wife has given me a blanket permission. She's saying, what, 40 seconds? Go do your thing. And that 40 seconds includes taking off my clothes and putting them back on. Because I have to leave the place as well. But unfortunately, no volunteers. So please, Yash, Parsi chao, almost by default.
Chalo,
please, thodu.
Thodu nahi, bo.
Thodu. Don't false advertise. You guys have done very well with your product. Thodu. I've given thodu. Does he speak Gujarati in the shop?
Yeah, he does.
I understand it perfectly.
Because about 3-4 of you will do, so it probably become the go-to language when you're
angry.
angry.
And we stayed in Shimla House. It can't get more Gujarati.
No, but I was growing up, Shimla House was mixed. All kinds of people.
Mixed. No, but you always go to Godrej Bagh when you want to...
Right.
That's right.
They would have football matches and all that. Went through the roof there. That's where they discovered can a guy play football? All right, are we done?
That's all.
That's all we have time for on this Doordarshan episode of Countrywide Classroom. We'll see you next week.
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
All views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily the views and opinions of the Indus Vox Media Network or any of our show advertisers or sponsors. No animals were harmed in the making of this podcast, obviously.
All right, watch film critic and writer, my personal friend Anirudh Guha, who's always in a good mood. He talks about the films and TV shows that have changed his dietary preferences and made him into a nervous wreck. Anirudh Guha, with a G. That's Ganirudh. Check it out on ivmpodcast.com.